Here's a quick little video on how to search for footage and export that onto a USB. So on screen we've got two images. This is actually one camera with two lenses. So we want to just right click on the mouse and that'll bring up this menu. So we want to go to Enter Desktop. Now you can go straight to playback, but you'll only be able to work on playback on the camera that's got a blue box around it. So if we go to Enter Desktop, this is where we put our password in. So I'm holding down the left button on the mouse and then letting go. So this brings us straight into our menu. Now, if you ever want to get back to this menu, you click on the four little squares in the top left-hand corner. So we want to go to playback, so click on playback, and you can just hover over the cameras on the left. So that's camera number 1, camera number 2. So if we click this box, it'll select camera number 2. Bottom left-hand corner is this calendar. Now, it will colour in blue the days you have recorded footage. So you can click on this left arrow and go back to January and December. If those boxes are coloured in, that means you've got footage all the way back to there. So you can see how long you've got recorded footage for. Once you do go back, just let it catch up. It'll take a little bit of time for it to upload the information. So we've only got footage for the 24th because we've just turned the machine on today. So quite often we want to double click on the 24th if we've changed the date. So we've got recorded footage down here where we've got the red line. Now we want to try to find where we've got a ute driving into across the road. So what I want to do is, this timeline is a full 24-hour timeline. It's too much. Let's drop it down to a 30-minute timeline and let's scrub back and let's try to find, well, here we go. We've got a truck, got an Avis truck there. So there we go. The truck's in the frame about there. So we just want to bring it back to when the truck enters the frame and we want to pause. So we've found the truck. So now what we want to do, if we just move the mouse, we bring up these scissors which say clip. Click on the scissors and it'll bring up the start time and end time. Now, the other great thing it brings up is these brackets, which makes it so easy. So I'm scrubbing, I'm using the bracket to scrub. So we can just put the bracket before the truck enters frame. Actually, let's just go a little bit further back and then drop the bracket. Now look at this, it's scrubbing again. Very, very clever. There's a truck leaving the frame. So that's all the footage we need. So we can look at it. That is all we need. So we've only got from 14:38 and 4 seconds to 14:38 and 40 seconds. So we can press OK now. Now my USB is already in the front of the network video recorder. So you really want to put the USB in first, otherwise it's going to bring up an error. Now we've got a few little options here. I would leave it on default. MP4 is encrypted format, so that will stand up in court. AVI is what you can play back on pretty much any computer. So AVI is a good one to upload for the police because they will be able to view it on any kind of machine. If it's in AVI, we don't need to export the player. If it's in MP4, you need the player to be able to play it back. So let's choose our saving path. So this brings up the information that we've got on the USB. I've already created a folder called Demo. If you don't have a folder, click on New Folder, give it a name. I've called it Demo, and then I hit OK. So from here, I'm just going to press OK. Now, this task has been added to the download center. So the download center is just up here. So there's a task, I can click on it and I can watch it. So there we go, it's finished. So if I didn't want that, I can delete it and I'll just click out of that. So that's good. That footage is on that USB and that's how you search for footage and then export it nice and quickly.